your self-value and your self-worth should come from God, from Bible, from doing the right thing, not from people. Then your value and self-worth comes from things, right? Your car, your money, your house, or from what other people think about you. You will always feel insecure and unvaluable. You will always try to impress others. Their opinion will always matter to you so much. They're going to be in charge of your values. They're going to be in charge of what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, right? So if you're because you're going to be a people pleaser, right? People pleasers value in them comes from other people, right? Because we put those people on a pedestal. But then your value and then your self-worth comes from doing the right thing. No one will ever be able to take you for granted. No one will ever be able to manipulate you. No one will ever be able to play games with you. For example, let's say you had an argument, or let's say you're dating somebody who's trying to take advantage of you, who's trying to manipulate you, right? And you really you love this guy so much, right? And he's telling you that he's saying, I'm not happy with you, or I'm disappointed with you. And that, and you're feeling a person that puts their value and worth in the guy, when the guy says to you that he's disappointed in you for, even if you did the right thing, but he tells you that he's disappointed in you, you will be like, I'm so sorry, I will change, even if you done the right thing. Because you're ignoring the right thing, because you're putting the guy on a pedestal, because you feel like your value comes from him. So you're totally ignoring that you did the right thing, and your goal is to fix it and to please him so he's happy with you. What happens when you behave like this? He takes you for granted. He gets bored. He gets bored. He takes you for granted. When he starts to get a wandering eye, he starts to cheat. Because you're not showing value and self-worth. Instead of doing the right thing, you're trying to please him. This gets boring very, very quickly. But if, the guy is telling you something bad, you value yourself in doing the right thing, right? And you think about it and you're like, it doesn't make sense. What you're telling me, you're gaslighting me. It doesn't make sense, and you're standing up for yourself, and he keeps abusing you. He keeps throwing tantrums. He keeps saying you're doing the wrong thing. I'm disappointed, or whatever else. And you think logically and you're like, no, I'm doing the right thing. It makes sense. You're in the wrong. This doesn't make sense. I'm standing my ground. What's gonna happen? Even if he will step back, even if he will get angry, even if he'll throw a tantrum, even if he will pull away for a couple days or a week or 2 weeks, if you will let him come back by not chasing him, because you don't need to chase somebody then be putting you down for doing the right thing. Ladies, when you do right thing and you're doing the right thing, you stand your ground and you don't chase nobody. You don't apologize to anybody. You stand your ground. Then he's pulled away, he'll be thinking about you. He'll be like, wow, this girl values and respects herself. I cannot manipulate her. I cannot walk all over her. What's going to happen? He's going to come back to you. He's going to come back to you because his attraction towards you will increase. Why? Because you're valuing and respecting yourself. He cannot control you. He cannot manipulate you. He cannot take you for granted. So it's very, very important, ladies, to put your value and worth in doing the right thing, in God. Look for validation in God, not in other people.